Uh-oh. Is this working? There we go. That's better. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Heroes of the Storm matchup. My name is Eternally Blue, and tonight we are featuring Div B West matchup between Gambit Gaming and Spooky Ghosts. Not joined by anybody tonight, because nobody loves me. But at the end of the day, we're going to see a couple teams fighting for playoff contention. I believe Spooky Ghosts are in. Gambit Gaming is currently in. If they win one more game tonight, that'll kind of decide their fate. If not, they're going to need some help going forward to secure that playoff berth. Div B West is a very small division, only currently 7 teams. Started with 8, it's down to 7. So not a lot of teams making it there on the West Coast side of Div B. But at the end of the day, some fates will be decided. So, as we go into the map draft screen here, I didn't update it. Let me update it. Bam. There you can see the picks and bans. So Gambit Gaming banning out Volskaya and Cursed Hollow. I'm sorry, Volskaya and Towers of Doom, and Spooky Ghost banning out Cursed Hollow and Battlefield of Eternity. We are first going to Tomb of the Spider Butts. Let me get some sound back here. We will get going very shortly. Lobby's already been created, so as soon as these teams are ready to rock and roll, we will get going. Alright, both teams are in the lobby here. Just waiting for the all go ahead. Spooky Ghosts have some very high account levels, level 1900, 1800, 1300, 1300. I am approaching the level 1000, but it's a long road to hoe. Tomb of the Spider Butts, you got it. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Jotak SC. StarCraft, I can assume that means Jotak SC. What is your race of, what race do you play in StarCraft? Manzi, welcome as well. Personally, when I was a young warthog, I played Zerg, and once I realized my macro was trash, I switched over to Protoss, because I'd like to move across the map with Mortals, Archons, and Charge slots and just win the game. And that puts me in Diamond every season. And I feel good about myself. Who needs macro and micro when you just have an army of Protoss units? Or feeling spicy, wall yourself off and go carriers. It's so easy. We have the Overwatch starting music right here. I don't know if anybody's been playing a little bit of Overwatch. I know I have. Rather unsuccessfully. The new 5-player Overwatch is a little bit, it's taking some adjusting, especially as somebody who used to play a lot of tank and a lot of Zarya as more of like support type tank. It's kind of hard to find a niche with only one tank, but we'll get there. We will get there. we're ready. Let's get into it. Random. I used to play a lot of random too. I thought I was good enough. Boy, I'm not good enough for random. It was always the Terran that got me. I just wasn't very micro-orientated, and I just units, and then I'd forget to build a turret, and Dark Templar would be in my base. First ban for the Spooky Ghost Junkrat. Strong zone control rather this map. Right away to Mephisto ban. It's kind of interesting. There are a couple easy picks to stop a Mephisto. But if it surprises you, it can really be an issue. Especially into a heavy front line. How's it going, eh? You guys rock. Welcome, buddy. Last with first phase that Tychus. So 2 DPS taken out. Not good enough for any of them, so I play random. That's fair. Last ban for Gambit Gaming. Wonder if we're gonna see the Johanna ban here. Johanna is pretty strong on this map, just on the fact alone that she can deny a turn in for so long with those double blinds at one. She can be very impressive. Instead, we're going to see the Stoop Out ban though. So Gambit Gaming saying, that's fine, you can have Joe, we'll play against it. Assuming that's the pick here. Although maybe, you know, after the LAN tournament down in Florida or in Miami, maybe we see a little bit of a transition away from Joe. You saw her picked pretty consistently.
The Crusade calls.
But kind of interesting that you see the Diablo picked a ton in that LAN tournament by the Koreans and by the winners as well. The name of that team eludes me. And now with a Junkrat and a Tychus ban, a Diablo here could be a pretty strong pick. Like, you could just go Diablo Green main here.
This galaxy shall suffer.
For the Nexus!
And Prolismon is picking up his Orpheus. Orpheus off lane. Or Gambit Gaming. Potentially holding off on Diablo. Not even entirely sure if they play Diablo. But anyway, in the LAN tournament, if any of you watched, you saw a lot of first pick Diablo. And it didn't matter if the Tychus was banned or not. That seems to be, you know, the hard counter.
Need a light.
But they just kind of ripped
Victory for the Forsaken.
Still also a very meta pick. Continued throughout the tournament. I think we're going to continue to see it a lot here through the playoffs. Good teams find a way to make the Syl work. High volume seems really low. Really? I can turn down the game. And I can move my mic a smidge too, I suppose. Is anybody else having any problems with audio and hearing me and stuff? If so, I can try to figure something out. My setup's kind of my setup currently. Anyway, for the ban phase, Gambit Gaming banning out the Lucio and the Varian taken out by Spooky Ghost. So no healers yet taken for either team. Gambit Gaming needing to pick up a tank. It's curious what they're going to do there. And then we're seeing a noob come out and a Brightwing. What are the good healers yet available on the map? We have Malfurion, And oh, Anduin's still up. There you go. There's Anduin, and there's the KT into a Brightwing feels kind of bad. The game is a little bit loud, you're a little bit quiet. Okay. Well, I did do some tweaking. I'll try to speak up as well. Let me know if it's got a bit better. Okay.
The hunt is on.
I bet it's nice and loud when I sneeze almost into the microphone. Lunera rounding out the team for Gambit Gaming. A lot of poke damage. But it's going to be interesting to see the Orphea into the Johanna, as the Johanna blinds really do mess with the Orphea auto attack. It's going to be interesting to see. Maybe you don't go trait build here. Maybe you go full Q build. But we'll see how these teams played out in Game 1 between Gambit Gaming and Spooky Ghost. Go to the match screen here. Do we see... come on, game. Any portrait synergy? Looks like both teams all going mostly of Carbot animations. Spooky Ghosts in full Carbot animation portraits. You'll love to see it. Okay, thank you guys. I appreciate the feedback. Alright, whose hamster died? There we go. Is that my hamster? No. Alright. Our home team tonight, from left to right, is going to be Gambit Gaming. We have Krizo on the Brightwing, trolling Rhino on the Anubarak, Dan Solo on the Leo, GG Izo on that Lunera, and bringing up the rear, there's Prosmon on the Orphea. And from right to left, the away team tonight in red. Why is this not working? Okay, that scared the hell out of me. Team in red is Spooky Ghost of Eric with a K on Blaze, Little Wolf on the Anduin, Calidus on the Sill. That is Boundrix? Oh boy. On that. Holy cow. Boundrix on the KT, and Rogoth on the Johanna. And as the game starts, we go into a little bit of a break, so we're just gonna pause for a moment. Boy, I really stumbled over the names for Spooky Ghosts. Let me read those again. Rogoth, Little Wolf, Eric with a K. Kalidos. I'm gonna go with Kalidos. Doesn't sound right. It's probably wrong. And then Boundrix. Yep, Boundrix. We have a KT in the game, and the other team is asking why he did go convection. Alright, well, while we're in a brief pause here. Oh, we're ready. Alright, you can briefly see the chat between these two teams. Now, Gambit Gaming's level 1 is not super strong. Johanna's online early, but the Luna is not. KT and Sil can pump out a good amount of damage in early games, so don't expect Gambit Gaming to be super strong, rather super aggressive early. They are totally content with letting the wave push in just a smidge and rotating safely. That being said, you don't really have an engage for Spooky Ghosts until level 10, unless that blaze rotates often. Taking a quick look at the level 1 challenge at the bottom of your screen. You see already doing a good job getting the orb. Percent damage, the overall infliction out of the sill. But everything else pretty standard Q build. Out of the Orpheum, maybe a little different. A lot of variation in Orpheum builds. And we actually see Consume Vitality out of Leo. Good macro here out of the side of Spooky Ghost. We already see them taking this Bruiser Camp, the Syl and the Anduin, doing what they do best, take camps. As this wall is going to push in here for Gambit Gaming, get a little bit of chip damage onto that wall. Pearl's going to be clearing up that top lane. Meanwhile, here in the bottom lane, Dan Solo trying to clear this camp. He doesn't think that anybody's watching, but they are watching. Johanna's coming down as well. Eric with a K spots this out. And now we see the Anuda starting to rotate down. The Luna's a little bit behind, and I think our first fight here of the match is going to happen. Nope, just kidding. 5 people come down here for Spooky Ghost to secure that camp. Meanwhile, that Bruiser camp they took earlier is going to be pushing this mid lane. Thank you for the follow, Batman here. Game sounds are louder than me, really? Still? Alright. Meanwhile here, a ton of damage being done onto that KT. Spell armor here is pretty good. Not much is happening there. They're going to clear up that camp. Let me turn down the music. Maybe it's the music that's screwing me up. Thanks, Bo. Alright, maybe that'll be better. So as this Bruiser camp is cleaned up here by Spooky Ghost, you see the Syl turning in bottom here potentially, or looking for a gank on Dan Solo. There you see a little bit of a gank. Eric with a K, maybe a little too late on that stun. And Dan Solo is going to be able to get out. And now we see a big engage here in the middle lane. But he is able to get out as well. No harm, no foul. Spooky Ghost a little bit ahead on Soak, a little bit ahead on Gems. They got to turn in now, as you can see. Gambit Gaming is not far behind. But both teams playing very passively early. No hard engages, no kills, nobody even really getting super low. Rolling Rhino just gonna let him turn in? No. Okay, gets. Wow, look at this KT already at 15 orbs on his Mana Addict level 1 quest. Pretty impressive rotations here by Spooky Ghost. As you see the Orpheum come down here in the bottom lane, try to get a gank on Eric with a K, but he is out, and now that leaves both altars potentially up for a turn-in. That's the game sounds. That's so weird. Let me see.
Your world is upside down.
You're right. I hear what you're hearing. It's the game sounds that are a little loud. Here we see a big engage. Good follow up here on the Pearl's man. He's running them. What little HP he has left, he's not able to get out. First blood goes to Spooky Ghost. The Crow goes down with 20 gems. But good job by Rhino collecting the gems. But now Dan is going to die with 20. And Spooky Ghost takes an early lead, both in level, gems, and now map control.
Red team done well. My magic.
They are going to get their first turn in here. Spider Butt's achieved. It is a 4-on-3 here mid. Let's see if Gambit Gaming wants to engage here. They see that the Syl is top. Nope, they're going to back up. A little bit of soak drop here in the top lane. Level 10 is definitely going to be online here by the end of this spider phase for Spooky Ghost. As you see them pushing this mid lane. Sylvanas doing Sylvanas things, just being super irritating, turning off towers. Good CC there onto Dan Solo, who's taking a ton of damage. He does not currently have an escape. Spell armor, though, is pretty good. So, a relatively strong defense here mid. It was a 4-man push with a Syl. Tower was off. Nothing really lost there. Just the wall lost in the top lane and in the bottom. Oh, are we going to have a kill here by Gambit Gaming? No, the Unstoppable is popped, and they are out. Level 10 is going to be online, and it looks like the Spider is going to clear out bottom. Eric with a K able to get out. Good dodges there by that Blaze. Now this top lane being pushed here. Just the split pushing ability of a Syl. Super strong, super annoying to deal with. Level 10's online. We see the Blessed Shield, the Mind Control Light Bomb, the Phoenix, and what I'm assuming is going to be Bunker. There is no other ultimate for Blaze. Although, the fact that it's taken them this long is making me think that they are questioning whether or not to go Combustion. Eric with K, Mrs. Dan engage on the bottom, and there is your Bunker. Shield misses there. That's a big miss. That was very risky for Pearl. Now level 10's online for Gambit Gaming. We see the blink. We see, is that Thorns I see out of the Luna? We actually see the Thornwood Vine. Eternal Feast in Tombs. So we have the Dirty Bathtub and then the Cocoon as well. And Spooky Ghost just kind of let Gambit Gaming turn in. Very little contesting, but their engage is down. They had no shield. They have no engage. Thornwood Vine. Not often taken, but can be effective like most talents in the game, played in the correct manner. Just gotta be good at pressing your buttons, forehead. We have a big push here by Gambit Gaming in the top wave. There goes the Mind Control. There is the Phoenix. And there goes the Nubarak. No. Really nice healing there by Crizzle, getting the spell armor onto his Anub, and the tank lives to see another day. That is 2 ults down for Spooky Ghosts. As we see in the mid lane, the Leo is pushing this wave in. Here comes Eric with the K. He's got 37 gems. Refocus here in the top lane. As Gambit Gaming continues to push this fort down. And when I say continues to push it, they have not touched it. Oh, Minion Wave is the hero. He touched it. Here we see a big engage. Are we going to get an Attune? Yes, we do. And we see a really nice play there by the Orphea to get the ult on top of it. But there's just no damage being done to Spooky Ghost right now. Grizzle doing everything he can to keep his team alive. And it looks like everybody's going to get out with just the hair of their chinny chin. And the middle fort actually does fall. So Gambit Gaming able to trade a fort for a fort, albeit a different lane, but still getting value during that spider phase. Almost all the ults are down currently on the map. Looks like Dan Solo is trying to stop this turn-in. All 5 members of Spooky Ghosts are down here currently. There's not much to stop them. Leo is way in there right now. He gets CC'd. The Blaze Stun actually does miss right now. There we see the Entomb. The Crushing Jaws comes out, gets a kill onto the Sylvanas. Eric with a K has to get out with his 57 gems right now. As Gambit Gaming is looking for more kills. The shield comes out from the Job. Does connect, but isn't going to get a lot of value. The Light Bomb is just a little late, and the Luna is able to pick off the KT as Little Wolf is almost going down. No, he's not. And a great counter engage by Eric with the K. The Blaze Stun hitting Luna under the tower, and it's going to get a counter kill there. Pretty much a bloodbath here. Oh, Pearl's man is going in. It's still a 3-on-3, and Pearl is feeling confident right now. He is killing them to death. 4-on-3, excuse me. The engage by Rhino does miss onto that Johanna. She is able to scurry away. Big waves of XP everywhere here for both teams. Top lane hasn't been seen in a fortnight. And speaking of fortnights, I don't know where I was going with that. Disregard. Anyway, this camp being picked up by Spooky Ghost. Bruiser Camp is going to come out with, to kind of counter the other Spider Butt turn-in from Gambit Gaming, who is looking to take this top fort this time. So Spooky Ghost does not have to worry about mid lane. That camp will deal with that. The Blaze is actually coming behind. The Leo is not here, but he's making his way now. Entomb is up. Eric with a K still has 60 gems, but the Bunker is going to be able to keep him alive. The Entomb gets onto that Anduin, and a good mind control onto Leo, but he's able to get out of that. The kill on the Anduin from Orphea, and now the Joe is in a lot of trouble. Unstoppable has to be popped, but she is still in the front line. There is the shield, but where is the follow-up? There is just nothing there for Spooky Ghost, as Gambit Gaming is poised to take this fort and potentially get more kills. Good damage there by Ezo with that Thornwood Vine, which is such a weird thing to say. And it looks like they are going to continue to push the top of this while the Blaze and the Leo goes and double soaks. Big damage onto that KT. He's so close. He's even diveable, perhaps. Oh, mind control just misses the sill. Good effort there. Most alts are down. This bottom fort is basically paper mache right now. So 2 turn-ins, 2 forts taken by Gambit Gaming. Spooky Ghosts, though, are right in this. Basically, this mid fort is essentially gone. I mean, I know it's gotten half, but the push power of their team is so strong right now. Gambit Gaming is looking to potentially take this bottom fort, or even just this camp. Right Wing on his way back. 3 members of Gambit Gaming are going to take this siege camp and do it in a timely manner. Trolling Rhino, just being irritating, trying to make sure that Eric with a K does not get his turn in, and he is currently scuttling to the north to try to do so. 69 gems. Check W. Still is dealing with this bottom camp. Has to actually use her passive to shut those minions off, or that would have taken this bottom fort. 74 gems now. They have 102 in total. Actually, almost 2 full turnings does Spooky Ghost have, and maybe that is their plan, is to win a fight with their gems, get the double turning, get the boss, and win the game. But that is a risky play. You want to try to get these in if you can. You see Eric with a K trying still to get to this bottom lane. Now Dan Solo is all alone. It's a 5-on-5. Level 16s online for both teams. We'll take a quick look at the balance here. Massive damage to be done onto that Leo, but a really nice... Oh, the double pull! Completely negates the combo from the Orphea and the Leo, but massive damage from this Orphea still coming in. All the members now, except for Eric with a K, getting real low. Oh, and that Blaze Stun might have really hurt him. Bunker has to come down. Good damage by the KTs. He comes back around. Pearl getting real low. Is there going to be enough healing to save him? Yes, there is. Trolling Rhino has got to get out. The key will fall regardless. Shield is down, but Life Bomb is still available for Spooky Ghosts, and they needed to take a good fight, and they did. Really nice play there by the Anduin to pull both members of his team out of that dirty bathtub combo. And while Gambit Gaming only lost the tank there, it felt like they lost so much more. Here comes a Blaze from behind. I wonder if you can actually see that, as it is slightly out of the vent. This is a full push here. As we see the shield, there's the mind control, big CC follow-up. The Leo is way in there. I mean, he's going for distance. He's going for speed. So Spooky Ghosts, they get a kill. They get a kill on Leo. They're able to push this down. They're half level ahead on the lead. They're going to be able to get another turn in here. Continue to push this fort down as Gambit Gaming clears middle. Meanwhile here, this top objective completely... Oh my god, there's so much soak. There's 7 levels of soak that have been lost in this top lane. Basically, we're on a 2-lane map here with these 2 teams. Trellis Men still going in. All the alts except Bunker and Mind Control are down for the Spooky Ghosts, as they make a play towards this boss camp. They're going to try to boss and turn in potentially, or they're just trying to bait. Joe has her shield in 5 seconds. They're going to look for an engage for sure. They have to get the Anduin here. Dan Solo has to pull this Anduin. You can see the Anduin playing on the other side of the map here. But a lot of damage being done to this Johanna. Really nice dodge there by the Leo. And there's, oh, what a cleanse by Krizzo onto that Orphea. Massive damage being done by the Leo. Dan, again, is just off on his own planet. Gets the Entomb, but there was just no follow-up there. Carlos, man, still pumping out just an unbelievable amount of damage. Gambit Gaming has to fix their lanes. They have to allow this turn-in to happen, unfortunately. As you can see, the Orphea just eclipsing the damage of his counter DPS. So this is the third turn-in for Spooky Ghost, and could potentially be fatal if enough members of Gambit Gaming fall to this 1-2 wombo combo that they have here. A lot of damage again being done by the Leo. As soon as he spawns, he is chunked for over half of his health. But this top lane is still super pushed out for Gambit Gaming. This top lane's really doing them a lot of favors. They don't really have to deal with that particular lane. And the bottom lane's super pushed out as well. This bottom fort is paper mache. And we have potentially a fight here. The shield is online. Mind control a little bit out yet. Rhino getting a lot of damage. There's the Cocoon. Who are we going to see the engage on? Are they going to get the KT? Leo going in, looking for the Entomb. Gets it onto that KT, but again, the pulls are just too good. They haven't figured out they have to get the Anduin, otherwise this team just kind of dies. The Leo's down, the Orpheus down as well. And now Spooky Ghosts are going to be able to push this keep down. I think he just back away and leave this, right? Any ults up yet? No. No ults for Spooky Ghosts. This fort is going to go down. They have to defend this keep, though. Oh, Eric with a K, trying to get that. They're trying to 3v5 right now under their tower, but it's just not working very well here for Gambit Gaming. Dan Solo's coming in shortly. Both keeps go down for Gambit Gaming as level 20s are online for Spooky Ghost, and now they are looking to end with that fact. Don't know if they can. Here we have Dan Solo looking for another Entomb. Who's he gonna find it on? Nobody yet. Spooky Ghost deciding, hey, you know what? We're pretty close to a turn-in. Why don't we take our camp with our level 20s? Orpheus still not up. We'll live the fight another day. Dan Solo. Boy, he's going in there again. Doesn't have the E. There's a mind control on the Dan. He's got no escape. Oh, there's a level 20 Entomb. They were half a second away from 20. And they just kind of wasted the Silence Entomb. There's another 40 seconds before they're going to want to engage again. Potentially leaving themselves vulnerable now to a boss call by Spooky Ghost. They only need 10 more gems for another turn. You see Blaze going to this back camp. He's going to get that Bruiser camp out. And we're going to see a level 20 fight to potentially decide the game. Gambit Gaming does have a turn-in. And their lanes aren't that terrible considering they have 2 keeps down and obviously one less fort to go with. Good vision here being got by the Luna. Johanna is looking to flashlight potentially. Nope. Got those turn-in. Only need 5 more now. There we see the Silence Entomb. This time it's on the Anduin. That could be the fatal blow that they needed. There's the crushing jaws. He's able to get into the bunker though. Great Blaze play as Leo is the first to fall. Noob is backing up, and right now all of Gambit Gaming is on the back foot. Meanwhile, this Orpheus is just ripping apart this Johanna. He's souling the whole team. The light bomb has to be gone just to stop the Orpheus from running wild. Is the shift going to be in time? Yes. Pearlsman doing everything he can to carry the team. Where is the rest of the damage? The Ezo dies into the back. And Crizzo is going to fall as well. Pearl doing everything he can. But it was just not enough. Blaze, absolutely pivotal. Blaze and Anduin, absolutely pivotal in this game, as Leo is going to take another death for the road potentially here. Spooky Ghosts going to win game 1. It's best of 3. Leading the way. Brightwing's still pretty good, by the way, if anybody hasn't told you. 76,000 healing done. The Leo, the biggest casualty of the game, has died 7 times. That was a rough Leo game. Pearlsman leading the way in both siege, almost experience, and damage by a sizable margin for both teams. Really surprised we don't see the Leaping Strike instead of the Thornwood Vine. I guess this could be better for pushing, But I really like just the ability to bully the backline and then get the heck out of dodge if there's any CC coming your way. It's definitely a safer build, but I think the other one just pumps out so much more damage. And actually, he never took a 20. Alright. Well, there you go. Maybe that would have been the deciding factor. Who knows? Concentrated Contamination. Also an interesting choice. I think you could take the damage upgrade there. Let me see. I want some music. Alright, well, we'll go to a game 2. Let's see here. Jet propulsion. Just jet propulsion across the board. Just keep hammering it home. Possession. Not a terrible choice. Saw a lot of possession build on the LAN tournament this weekend as well. It was basically overwhelming affliction. You go possession, Lustle, mind control. Then you go the auto attack, actually, instead of the lower armor, which I thought was a pretty interesting choice. Because this is what I always take. I've never played it any other way. But when people infinitely better than I decide that there's a different build to go, I'm going to try it. And let's see how I feel. But I always thought this was much better. And then they went Unstoppable. Interesting, this wasn't an Unstoppable, but I guess they didn't have a ton of CC. And Wailing Arrow was normally the call this weekend, but I also like Mind Control. I think any chance you have to basically win the game every 15 seconds is pretty good. But still can be played a lot of different ways. So it's she's a fun character, kind of like Falstad that way. And for our next trick, we are going to go to Infernal Shrines. I can only assume this was picked by Gambit Gaming. Yeah, Team 2 gets first pick. Yep. All right. I can change my voice speed. What the what? You know what? I wonder if I bump that. I may have bumped something on my mic to not have it be super loud, but we'll see. It's bothering me that that's not like normal because I don't know what I did. As far as I know, I didn't change anything. I'll go with that. All right, so game 2. Gambit Gaming needs. Nope. I said they won. Why didn't that update? Oh, because I have to give them a point. That's why. Ta-da. Gambit Gaming needs to win one of these games to secure their playoff spot. If not, they are going to need some help from the rest of the division. Spooky Ghosts are in. Especially with that win, they have solidified their position Spooky Ghost, instead of saying they're ready, just paste a bunch of ghosts in the chat. That's a choice. Here we go, Infernal Shrines. Let's see what kind of shenanigans we're gonna see here. I wonder if we're gonna see another KT pick. Who gets even more value here than you do on Spider Butts, in my opinion. Solid wave clear as well. First round of the bans. Who could it be? Who could it be? Could it be? Could it be? Junkrat once again. They do not like Junkrat. And honestly, I do not blame them. I don't like playing against the Junkrat in Overwatch. I don't like playing against the Junkrat in Heroes of the Storm. I just don't like Junkrat in general. I do like playing him. He is fun. Spooky Ghost has the fewest matches played thus far. Really? Did not know that. Is that because of forfeits, or they just still have a lot of matches to play? Mephisto yet again banned out by Gambit Gaming. Definitely a target ban for both these teams, taking out DPS early. They were sick of that Orphea. Get him out of here, says Spooky Ghost. Rounding out the last ban for Gambit Gaming. Let's see, what did they ban last time? It wasn't a healer or anything. It was like I think it was another DPS, right? Forget. Nope, it was Stukov. I remember. It was Stukov. So the ban phase remains exactly the same for both teams. Who are we gonna see banned or picked here? I assume we're just gonna see Blaze here, or Hogger.
The crusade
Nope,
calls.
Johanna again. Johanna's very good. Didn't feel as oppressive as Johanna could have. Couple of shields were missed. Not that people aren't human.
Need a light.
But it wasn't the reason Gambit Gaming lost. So now we see the Blaze
Oh, this is my
and the
jam!
Lucio from Krizzo. So taking away that meta offlaner. Hogger is still up though. Let's see if Eric with a K wants to roll with that. Then Lucio, arguably. Excuse me while I yawn. Arguably Krizzo's best healer. Could see another Anduin pick here. Nope, we are going to see the Hogger.
Hogger, hunt them down.
And Boundrix is going to take a Tassadar this time instead of the KT. So going into bans here, I assume this is going to be a Anduin ban. We will see though. Anduin with the double pulls on that tomb were just nutty. There you go. They were sick of that. They were too good. They were just too good. Play something else, says Gambit Gaming. Garage Band, interesting. Not a super strong garage map, but if you don't play well into it, it can be strong on any map. Likely going to see DPS and tank here picked. Wonder if we're going to see the Anub again. Diablo Tychus. Very strong picks on this map. strong point control. You know it would be really spicy here for Gambit Gaming? If they just went Medivh. I don't know if they play a Medivh, but boy, if they whipped out a Medivh here, that would be exciting.
Victory!
Instead we see Sylvanas Brightwing. So the Syl picked up again, just probably one of the best S-tier heroes right now. Well, not right now. Forever will always be an S-tier hero because the game isn't being played anymore. Yay, Blizzard. Are we going to see Kel'Thuzad? Or the Maiev?
This realm
Li
needs
Ming.
me.
Interesting. Okay. Li Ming not necessarily known for being super good around the subjective point. But if all of the monkeys in the middle of the shrines go down, that leaves Li Ming in for doing some massive damage. But it's all about how do you get the right angle to be able to do damage into that choke point. Anyway, we'll find out. Spooky Ghosts look to take a 2-0 domination over Gambit Gaming. Gambit Gaming needs to win this to secure their spot in the playoffs. Excuse me. Playing Diablo into a Brightwing feels real bad, by the way. You just kind of get polymorphed and then CC'd, and then you just kind of die. Let's see if that's how Spooky Ghosts want to approach this type of game. Anyway, Infernal Shrines, our map 2 tonight. Our home team, Gambit Gaming, Krizzo on that Lucio, Pearlsman on Li Ming, Dan Solo on the Blaze, Izo playing that Tychus, and trolling Rhino on that Diablo. And from right to left, our away team ahead 1-0. We have Kalados on that Syl again, Little Wolf on the Brightwing, Rogoth on the Joe again, Boundrix on Tassadar this time, and Eric K playing a
10 seconds.
Take a quick look at talents as they are picked.
3,
And we scroll over to the middle of the map where we will ARAM for at least 10
arms.
seconds. Spell Shield there, chosen by the Diablo. Probably good choice. Li Ming connects with a giant orb to Joe's face. She's gonna have to enjoy it. W build from the Tassadar, and Hogger going on the power. Li Ming orb missing. Blaze doing what he can to the minion wave, just trying to rotate as quickly as possible. A scoop. There's the engage by the Diablo, but what a weird interaction that was with the wall. Did I say that was weird? Did you see him actually go backwards? Anyway, here's the engage on the ability to stop the last pop. Both teams just trying to do the minion wave, and Spooky Ghost doing a better job at that currently. That Brightwing, oh my goodness, that Brightwing just face checked that circle of Diablo death. Camps have popped, a minute has passed. I'm surprised that Gambit Game is letting this wave crash. They're actually going to lose Soak here. Oh, they just get it in time. But already almost half the damage done to that tower. Or rather, to that wall. And Spooky Ghost is just playing a little bit faster here. They're a little bit faster clearing the camps, a little bit faster rotating around. And now they're going to start this bottom camp. And I think they kind of want to bait this Diablo. And here's the plan. You just polymorph him, you wall him in, and you do massive damage. But the Li Ming getting a ton of value behind. However, here is Augur. There is the bop. Is the Diablo going to be the first casualty of the day? No, not quite. I keep hearing things in my headset, and I don't know what it is. Shift is coming down onto the Syl. They're still going to try to take this camp. Good wall by the Tassadar. Blows it a little late. Crizzle goes in to try to split lane, but they are out. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, good gank here onto Eric with a K. Is it going to be enough? Yes. First blood is going to go in favor of Gambit Gaming. It's a good gank by that Tychus. So Spooky Ghost is taking extra camp. Gambit Gaming says we're going to take an extra life. And no, it's not the charity. This time the blood is for us.
The shrine will be active
Midwave
soon.
yet again is going to crash here. And this
yourselves
is
for
pretty
the
big. If you're going to
slaughter.
lose your mid wall on the wave, or rather on the lane that the objective is going to be on, that could be really, really not good early. Brightwing going to sit up here, collect some soak, collect an orb, going to shift in when needed. Like I said, Spooky Ghost just on top of their macro right now. Eric with a K taking that siege camp for the Spooky Ghost, and they're going to be at the objective early because of it. Set up, and they are starting it. Here comes the Diablo. Eric with a K does get the... Oh no, he doesn't get the infinite spin. Took a massive Lee Ming orb to the face. And take a look at the talents. We do see the resets, and that's a Master Assassin by Tychus as well. So right now, it's a 5-on-5 here in the middle lane. Both teams be away from level 7. Joe popping that unstoppable. Ezo is caught way too far out. Brightwing is going to need to save him with everything he's got, and he is able to do so. But not Brightwing, sorry, that's Elusive. Now. The infinite spin still not there. Doesn't look like Smoker knows how to do anything. Ezo trying to get a little bit of help. It's 27 to 24 in favor of Spooky Ghost, and they have the health pool as well. Lee-Ming throwing an orb in, getting 3 more monkeys. Good stun there with the polymorph into your melee attack. Rizzo way in there, trying to slow down any amount of the monkeys going down. Who's gonna get that big chunk? It goes to Spooky Ghost. So good fight from both teams. Nobody going down here. This camp did get the better of the Gambit Gaming cruiser camp. You see a wall behind there. You see the Tassadar wall, and that's what I was talking about. If you lose that wall, that can be really rough early. Able to actually follow up the jump of the Punisher, even though it's a roll-up Punisher. Turret is off. Let's see if we see an engage here. The tank was ready to go, but the DPS just say we're going to take the fort. Rogoth absolutely wanted to dive and follow that jump. And now are we going to see a counter engage here as Dancel is coming in. Big stun going out, but a wonderful dodge by Spooky Ghost as they're able to mitigate a ton of the damage. There is the engage by the Diablo, but it's not going to be enough to get any kills. I don't think Dancel is still going in, misses the stun. Does he have a Q? It's not enough. 69 damage, and now Dan Solo is going to go down. Right? Dan Solo is going to go down. There we go. Great dodges by the Spooky Ghosts. Sylvanas has just left the game. We'll see if they decide to pause. I will not be doing that for them. Alright, we're going to continue without the sill. Oh, now we pause it. We'll go to intro screen here while we wait. So sill DC'd. We will wait and see. What's going on here? You know what, can I do this? Can I pull up this? Yeah, okay. So we can we can look at the talents while we wait, even though we're still mid-game. I don't think this shows anything on screen other than the chat. Okay. And some people telling themselves personal information on stream. Interesting. Pretending everybody saw that. Yay. Okay, this is getting weird. I want to type to them that I'm streaming, but I just can't. He said one bio. Yep, it's the one bio. Anyway, talking about the game, we see a Calamity Li Ming. Pretty standard. This time we see the Suppression Fire. So the spell power reduction could be going onto that Li Ming and really reducing and messing with her damage. What is the other talent? Oh, the auto attack here. The cleanse cooldown. Interesting to not see that. So that these polymorph deals nearby damage, 2% of maximum health. So they just want to kill the Diablo. That's going to be the plan. They're just going to blow up the Diablo here. See brute force and seeing red. full W build from the Tassadar. So we look at our early damage here. Li Ming has been leading the way for Gambit Gaming this entire match. Hogger currently with top damage as well, probably due to the spins onto the objective. One kill to 1. Alright. Looks like Gambit Gaming is here. Looks like we have the Sill back. And we will be starting now. Right?
Welcome back, mortal.
Welcome back, mortals. Nice wave clear here by the Leaning Tychus. This middle building is going to be under some siege. They're going to want to take this middle border. Boy's doing a good job getting here on time to be able to clear it. Relatively uncontested. Here we have what is going to be a 5-on-4. Blaze is mid. They want to take this fight. Gambit Gaming realizes that. Decides to get out of dodge. Pearl is on. It's stuck. Li Ming. It dies. And soon, Tychus will go down. Well, no. Good counter engagement by the Blaze, but it's a little too late for the mark. They lost the bulk of their damage with Li Ming going down. And now this other camp is going to go and damage the Ghost. Offlaner doing offlaner things. We'll give him some screen time, give him some love. But meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Mercenary Queen is so good sometimes. You have all these camps on the wall. That Tassadar wall is just impressive. Here comes the Hogger. The Romana's coming down as well. They have prio across the board. This is what good teams do. They find a way to involve the offlaner, not just in team fights, but while there is just macro going on the map. He's got to go top lane. Just showed mid lane. Dan Solo doing a great job taking this tower, understanding that, yeah, really nice taking that wall, taking that tower down, doing good damage, and actually have a pretty decent lead in siege here in the top lane. This time around, we do see the Wailing Arrow from the Joe Unstoppable. Wailing Arrow from the Sill. We see Falling Sword taken. Horde to pull, Black Hole, and Blink Kill. Almost surprised I didn't see Emerald win. Almost completely different halts across the board. Bruiser Camp being picked up by Spooky Ghost a little bit ahead of time. Both blinds go down. Joe is trying not to face check as many bushes as possible. We do see the Odin. Wave, of course. Pokey drop, high five, and lightning breath, actually, from that Diablo. Maximum damage. There we see him engage onto that Hogger. Who's going to start popping ults first? There is the Odin. It's 18 to 5. Spooky Ghost can back up and almost wait for this entire Odin to go down. 7 to 20. Spooky Ghost does not want to fight into this. No APOC. So really the Falling Sword is for I don't know what. They really campaigning doesn't have a ton of CC to worry about. Blaze is getting chunked though in the bottom lane. He's gonna have to bunker here pretty soon. There goes Hogger into the back line. Good bots onto that Lucio, and he's not able to get a high five off. This is gonna be the first to go down, followed by that Blaze. 31 to 39. Spooky Ghost going to be able to take the second Punisher, which is a Frozen. Wow, their camp yet again wins this offlane and is going to be pushing this keep hard. Sill is going to be able to turn this off, and they're going to look to dive this time. Just got a feeling their tank was calling for it last time. Hogger's already back there. He's ready to kill. They push him all the way over. This is going to be a near full immortal, rather Punisher pushing this next keep. Blaze rotating in that top lane. Not going to let that port fall. Good job there. Hogger already splitting off to do Hogger things. The spell armor, I believe that is, from the right hand. Yep. Choice with that one.
Red team's Punisher has fallen.
So the full wall and towers go down. Hogger has taken nearly every camp on the map. The whole map is red. Spooky Ghost doing everything they need to and doing it the right way. Is that tower going to go down? Not quite. Tassadar and Sill. taking this bottom siege camp. Oof, still damage being done to this bottom keep. Sylvanas has left the game again. That is the second pause now. As we will switch back over to post-game screen. The healing number is almost completely identical. Krizo and Brightwing both at 33,000. Perlismon still leading the way in damage, followed by 4 other members of Spooky Ghosts. Got to take the moose out. Sounds good, man. Alright, ready has been called. Shadow Walk out of the Tassadar. Alright, and we're going back again.
A hero has left the battle. Red team has destroyed a fort.
While I take a break while that was paused. Spotted can't be cured by Gambit Gaming, but here in the top lane, we see Spooky Ghost going for this last remaining fort. Johanna trying to stall, doing an excellent job of doing so. That's just solid tank there. Well, there we see an engage onto Johanna, but no, Pike is getting super chunked. Right when coming down, the Hortifold has to be popped to get him out of there. So a couple ults have been used, or actually just one ult. Shift was used as well, but that's not an ult. But it can be. Perlsman not taking glass cannon. Just gotta realize that. Instead taking the range. And now in the top lane, my apologies, the second kill for Gambit Gaming, the Hogger going down. And now this board is going to be on the siege. Let's see what we see. Engage here by either team. Unstoppable pop by the Joe. They're just burning down the Diablo. 100% damage. Lycus is just sitting there, hammering the fort. We'll be taking a lot of damage. This is still a 4v4. Gambit Gaming is doing a good job chunking. The Li Ming getting a ton of damage. There it is. And Lightning Breath is able to get the kill. Li Ming resets are good, but is she going to be able to do it? The Polymorph is too good. As the Sim takes out the Lucio and the Li Ming. Now Diablo is on his own. Oh no, the Polymorph was just too good. Level 16 now online for Spooky Ghosts. They take a decisive fight in the top lane. What does that mean for Spooky Ghosts? Well, they basically get an objective for free. They're going to be able to pop out this Bruiser camp. They're going to get here way sooner and set up and be able to start burning butts before Gambit Gaming. All the lanes have to be fixed by Dan as he's running around like a madman trying to do so. Joe's already here. Gonna start it. We're gonna see the infinite spin setup. We need to be right here. He's trying. I think he's trying to set up? Maybe not. Nope, he does not care. Joe taking a decent amount of damage. There's the wall bang by the Diablo. Shift coming in onto the Joe. Everybody feels he's at full health. It's 10 to 22 on the Shrine. Dan Solo doing a ton of damage. These make resets are good. But they have to go slow because they're taking a ton of damage from that percent damage. There's the unstop by the Joe. But Blaze comes to the back line. He needs Bunker. He needs Bunker now. Bunker way too late yet again. The Blaze is going to go down. Trolling right on the follow. Lucio trying to save his team. Is going to go down as Perlismon is trying to solo the backline. they just seem very discombobulated right now. Eric with a K coming in, trying to get that bop, but a really nice job by Perlisman to chase this away. He's still going in.
Red team is destroyed.
He's too elusive. He's just too elusive. And this could be potentially fatal here. Big camp here, or rather big wave has to be cleared here by Iso. Big camp on top. This fort, actually rather this keep, is likely going to go down. I don't see any way to save it, especially with the sill. The good news is they have, Gambit Gaming has most of their ults. I guess that's not fair to say, it's a good team. High fives all around for his team. The fort being shut off. Are we going to see a follow-up here on the jump? That jump's on Dan. I think he's dead again. Here comes the jump. And Spooky Ghost just say, you know what? Let's just get 20. Let's just take their camps. Their waves, I mean, look at this map. Just red, 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 red. And it's going to be turning more and more red. The ability for Gambit Gaming to get 20s is essentially impossible. They're going to have to win a fight down a talent tier. They cannot leave their base. Dan Solo is out on an island right now. Oh, is he gonna rotate here? No, don't do it. Don't do it. There's the bop. Auger coming in. Oh, I can't believe he didn't bunker immediately. I would have immediately hammered that bunker down. As soon as I saw him walk in, Brightwing shifts onto, you get the poly, you get the bop, and Joe is able to come up from behind, get the kill. And here is going to be Custer's last stand. Is that the upgraded Tassadar wall? It is. It's an upgraded force barrier at 20 from the Tassadar. You see the Hog Wild, the upgraded Johanna ult, upgraded arrow, and invisible threats. We won't see level 20s for Gambit Gaming in a while. Saving grace for Gambit Gaming is it is a top lane immortal, and am I able to? It's a frozen shrine though. So, as you see, Spooky Ghost gonna be positioning themselves to try to get any amount of damage. Any amount of damage that you do to this top tower is gonna get you value for this last objective. Roseman trying to clear this wave. Still doing the exact same thing, trying to get that down. Yeah, even just taking that tower down is value. Both teams content with saying, we'll let you leave. You get to have your map back. As Hager goes to this bruiser camp to start it. Lining up the spin. Lining up the spin. Lining up the spin, never mind. Wait for being cleared. Looks like Gambit Gaming knows that they have some time. It's checking the camp. They know Hogger's not there, but they don't have the Blaze either. Gambit Gaming is remarkably close to the 20s. They got a timing. Oh my gosh, Perlsman stepped up so close. There's the ult from the Tassadar. Yep, pretty mature. That's a full minute down. Let's see if Gambit Gaming can get level 20s before this objective. Camps have to be cleared though. Big wave in the bottom lane. Big wave in the middle lane. Big waves everywhere. Already 10 spider monkeys, spider butts, not spider butts. Taking out an unstoppable pop by Dan. Not able to get it here. We're so close to 20s. But Winions. Winions are in the middle lane. Meanwhile, back to the top. Level 20s almost online. The issue is if you're Gambit Gaming, your waves are so bad. If you're not level 20,
Team's core is under attack.
I mean, that's 2 catapults in a camp. Whatever's happening here is whatever's happening here. But the camp just kind of ends. Silence Arrow hits Prizzo, nothing else. Level 20s are all in line and picked for Gambit Gaming. And what's happening here is Spooky Ghost realizing that the core is going to die soon. There we see the gauge onto the Hogger. Good healing by the Joe. But I mean, look at this core. This is where the action is. A lot of damage being done by that Tychus. Good disengage by the Tassadar. Hogger is in there getting a ton of value as well. Nobody has died yet. Who's going to be the first to fall? Li-Ming takes out the Hogger. By those Diablo. Li-Ming and Blaze also fall. Rizzo and Iza, the last ones left. 45% of the core is gone down. Blaze goes, not Blaze, the Diablo respawns to try to clear. And that, I think, is going to do it in favor of Spooky Ghost.
Blue team's core is under attack.
Spooky Ghost just playing this map so well, understanding their position that they're in, knowing that they can let the core take a ton of damage, they just need to back off, hard engage in these choke points here. Really, really well played by Spooky Ghost. Very clean 2-0 domination over Gambit Gaming tonight. Catapult's OP for sure. Update that. Alright, let's see if we can't pull in one of these gents for an interview. I don't want to be looking for group. There we go. I don't want to do this. I'll do, where's this? There we go. Let's see if, I don't know, he doesn't usually respond to me. Yeah, it's a very close division here at the top. I honestly have no idea who their captain even is. I think it was okay, those two are offline. Oh, Little Wolf. Let's see if it's coming from here. We'll give him a minute or two, and if not, we'll close up shop here. While we're waiting, we can look over some of the numbers, some of the talents. I don't remember how far Tychus got on his quest, but it was not more than 4. This talent at 13 ended up being very, very deciding, actually. I wonder if he would have actually cleaned up that top lane fight, or he definitely would have died to the Hogger earlier. He was able to get the Illusionist out of there. Leading the way in damage, both the Syl and the Tassadar, 1 and 2. 8 damage apart, actually. Followed by the Li-Ming and the Tychus. And Rhino bringing up the rear. In Soak, Dan Solo leading the way. He was a soaking machine. And, yeah, I mean, that was it. It was very, very clean for Spooky Ghost, and congratulations to them. 2-0 domination. They're going to be close to the top, if not taking the top, the top spot in that division. It's going to be very close. In fact, let's just take a peek. Let's just take an old peek-a-doodles. Oh, someone wants to come in for an interview. Okay.
Hi, I didn't see that message until a little bit ago. Am I too late?
No, you're good, dude. I was
Oh,
I was thinking about it, but then I stopped. So, welcome. Thanks for joining me. How do you feel?
feel pretty good.
Yeah, it seemed comfortable for you guys. Couple disconnects in the second game, but for the most part, you guys looked like you're in your element.
Yeah, we felt pretty good. I felt bad about the pauses. When my Alex, the Sylvanas player, the guy who's playing at the end there, he like has Comcast and he just kind of sucks sometimes.
Ah, yeah, screw Comcast as a
Yeah.
Spectrum employee. Yeah, go Spectrum. But anyway, so you guys take first pick, and they took you to Spider Queen. Is that a map that you guys are familiar with? Do you play it a lot?
Yeah, I would say it's not our greatest map. They actually beat us last time on Spider Queen. I think we went back and looked at it. The Junkrat was a big reason why. I think at our level, like front to back compositions tend to be really powerful. So if you can kill a tank, you can generally do the rest kind of follows from there. And the rat last time that we played them made it really difficult for us to like properly engage on a tank. So getting rid of that was a really big priority. And then I think after that, the Tychus was just us knowing that was a comfort pick for them.
Yeah, and it definitely showed. And even the last game on Infernal, I thought, I think they're just gonna wall off the Diablo and kill it, because you have the Hog
Yeah.
percent damage, the Scylla percent damage, the Tassadar eventually gets percent. So that after the second game, I was like, yeah, I think this is kind of their plan. The first game just seemed very clean. At one point, Eric with a K had something like 74 gems. Was he kind of twitching a little bit in the bottom lane, or what was what were the comms like there when somebody's holding on to 75 gems?
I think it was fine. I think sometimes on that map too, because the objective is kind of garbage. Sometimes it is a little stressful, right, to have to maintain those gems. But then the ability to be able to go in and do a double turn in is super strong on Spider Queen.
Yeah, especially in the late game. If you can get to level 16, 18 while getting those double turn-ins, can be really, really effective. And you guys ended up, I think, taking a boss as well during, or very close to a turn-in, which helped.
No boss actually that game. I think
boss?
I thought about it once we were like, there was a point in the map where we didn't have a ton to do, and I was like, maybe we should go for boss. But they were about to hit 20, and I'm like, well, the only way we lose this game right now is if Leoric gets like a killer in Tomb, and boss seemed like a really good way to give them that. So we were just like, let's just play the map. It'll be fine.
You were the Anduin in the first game, right?
Yeah.
Credit to you on those pulls. You had a double pull on a double Entomb at that bottom turn, and that was just nasty. And I thought, oh my gosh, what a big Entomb. And then just like that, boop, boop, they were both picked out of there, and no damage was done. You guys were able to turn on a fight, so really good counter engage in that first game.
Yeah, it was good awareness on I think Eric's part too, because I think at first like they were hitting us with their combo, and that was their win condition. So it was like either like if I was getting entombed, I needed to make sure that I was A, not getting entombed, or B, having the bunker ready or having the pulls ready. So we had tools though for their win condition, right? So that was the nice part.
Yeah, the Blaze was another pivotal pick, especially when level 20 had come online, the Silence Entomb was out. I think it ended up getting out that KT as soon as that Entomb had dropped, and that was how you guys were able to turn around that last fight and eventually win the game.
Yeah.
And heading to Infernal, you guys banned the Junkrat again. Who plays Mephisto that Gambit Gaming was very afraid of?
Boundrix, his Mephisto's gross. It's really good.
That was awesome to see the respect coming out, honestly, from both teams too. So the Stukov band, the Junkrat band again, and then what was your second pick again, or your second ban?
I think the second ban we banned the Orphea. I think Orpheus.
Yep.
Yeah, the first game she was really good, and I think she's a hero that like requires respect, right? You need a very specific type of CC to kind of stop her from kind of snowballing your team.
Yeah.
So in at the range that we were going to be playing, we knew that Tychus would probably be less of a problem than the Orphea for that second game. So we thought that would be better to give them that and then get rid of the Orphea.
Yeah, and you guys did a great job just macroing all across the map. You guys, camp timings were very clean. You were ahead, essentially, from the word go on your camp timings on the Bruiser camps. You showed up the objectives on time.
Yeah, I forget what video I watched, but they were just talking about how like regardless of your composition, specifically on shrines, like your likelihood of winning objectives is so much higher if you're just like there when they start for specifically for shrines.
And it's something I preached to my team, and we still can't do it. So we just started to ban the map because we're just
Oh no.
bad at it. If you can't solve the problem, ban it.
Yeah,
But anyway, that's all I got for you. Again, congratulations to you and your team. Looking forward to seeing you folks in the playoffs. If you got any other words of wisdom or shoutouts you'd like to do, the floor is yours.
no shout outs today. I think everyone in my team did a good job. I'm excited. I think I'm really excited for our game against CCL. I think I have that game coming in on Wednesday. So hopefully we'll have a good game. And then I think the next two games are both against tricky teams for us. Artemis we have a losing record against, and CCL is top of the division. So I'm excited for this week.
Awesome. Well, again, congratulations, and we'll see you around the Nexus.
Yep. Take care.
You too. Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for me. Thank you again so much for joining me. Congratulations again to Spooky Ghost. I'm sure we will see them in the playoffs. What is this? Chat highlights messages. Weird. Anyway, that's all for me. For NGS, my name is Eternal Blue. Thank you again, and hope everybody has a wonderful night. Take care.